Hi folks, this is all the fruit. I always feel a little bit sad when I'm leaving Tenom Agricultural Park in Borneo. Maybe the best place for fruit foraging in all of Borneo. It has a nice collection of fruit trees, although there are not so many rare native fruit trees, but mostly tropical and tropical stuff from around the world. Beautiful place. I've been here now for the fifth time maybe. Did not manage to find a lot of new things because, well, it's the fifth time, and also we are in a pretty harsh El Nino situation, no rain. So we are not in the fruit season right now, and we are even less in the fruit season because all the trees are struggling to are struggling to survive and not fruiting so much, except for the cassia, for the golden shower tree. They don't care. They come from pretty dry places and they can produce fruits even in that climate. The fruits are very sweet and tasty, but if you eat too much you get diarrhea. So I didn't do a lot of species videos here this time. I did a survival challenge, a small survival challenge. You know, for some of you it's not going to be a survival challenge. Surviving for 2.5 days just on foraged fruit. And I must say there are so little fruits in the park that I ate almost everything I found. On other visits here the ground is littered with fruits and you don't even make a dent into the fruit supplies lying around. But this time I ate pretty much almost all of the edible things I found, because there wasn't much. I don't actually know where I'm going next. First I want to make it to the town of Tenom, which is 15 kilometers, and I don't want to use the local taxi mafia. So let's see. It's Sunday, no stuff in the park, but maybe the security can help me out. When I come to Tenom, first I will have some cooked meal. And no, after 2.5 days of eating just fruits, I'm not craving cooked meal. I'm not desperate for a cooked meal. But I'll switch again to a half fruit, half other stuff diet. Was a nice experience, 2.5 days. I think at some time when I'm in the fruit season I might do it for a week or two. But let's see what I get next. I would have stayed a little bit longer, but as you can see here, the star apple has only a couple really tiny unripe fruits. All the mangoes in the park, I haven't seen a single fruit on them. Of course there are no durians. Even most of the standard stuff is not fruiting. Of course we have those all year round things like bananas and papayas and coconuts. Here, by the way, a matua or crystal tree, also not in season. So let's see where we're gonna go next. Even I don't know. Here in front of me, by the way, the long range of the Croca Range mountains. The lower part is all planted with caoutchouc, and here they have bulldozed the caoutchouc to plant oil palms. But in the upper part there seems to be still some quite good quality rainforest. I've never hiked in those mountains, unfortunately. They must be really interesting, but somehow it never happened. One last quick round through the park, just to say goodbye. Here's the flowering tree collection. However, if you know enough, a lot of those flowering trees have actually edible, flowers and also fruits. Oh, and I almost forgot. You are not allowed to take seeds out of the park, so you have to eat the rest of my forage Brazilian peanut in here. Will they allow me to take the bananas I foraged? Cultivated bananas have no seeds, so they shouldn't have objections. The park is really beautiful and the fruit collections are great. Check out my survival videos or my, I guess, well over 100 species videos I made here. But it's in the middle of nowhere, so even on a Sunday there is not a lot of activity. This is quite normal for a lot of great government parks in Malaysia. Some really wonderful park has been made, but not enough people are being attracted to it. There is usually not a lot of advertisement because it's a state park, they don't need to make money, and so those parks remain kind of empty. And if you know which ones are the best, you can have a couple hidden gems just for yourself, like here in Tenom. There are usually a couple visitors every day, but most of the time you feel like you're in your giant private garden. Oh, a beach almond. I never foraged it during my 2.5 day fruit, exclusively foraged fruit diet. Where is the tree? Over there. Also finishing off my last foraged bananas before I leave the park. But if they don't find me transport very soon, I'll have to go back in, forage some more. No, not bananas. I took absolutely everything in bananas which was ripe enough, even if there were just 2 or 3 ripe fruits on any bunch. And then I left all the green fruits from the bunches at the security. If I have to go back inside, I think my only option are the sprouted coconuts. My foraged bananas are really tasty. This one which is white inside. Taste of apples, really nice. And the more yellow one, which could be a variety of pisang emas, the golden banana. Tastes more normal. But still with an interesting flavor, different from Cavendish. Last year when I foraged bananas here, the security told me the names. Well, those are local banana varieties, so the local security is quite familiar with them. But I forgot them. They're bananas, they're good, eat them. Arriving in Tenom just in time for the Sunday market. And maybe one of the most amazing things for me is they have usually just 1, maybe sometimes 2 melon varieties, but a lot of watermelon varieties. See those elongated ones? Then the orange ones. Here a different type of elongated ones. Some bigger red ones. If we go to the next stall, this is yet another variety. Also here we have yellow, not orange melons. Watermelons, I mean. I've never seen a diversity of watermelon varieties like in Sabah. Maybe I'll buy a couple and do some little tasting. Also avocados are more common here than in other parts of Borneo, I think. However, what is missing are again the seasonal fruits. Papayas, bananas, those are the staple of the off-season because they basically have no season. Lemons and soursop, I'm still not sure if they have a season here. Also pomelos seem to be more or less in season. Also I'm looking for a tall white man. Well, I had been trying to connect with a plant collector, Jose Monteiro, for a couple days, and now finally I managed to do it on the market almost by accident. Well, I knew that he would be selling at the market. So folks, I'm on the way to another super exciting fruit farm / rare plant collection. But while we are here, let's check the other ones. This is a little bit Huh? Wait a moment. This is a little bit confusing. The name says Longan, Brazil, but the photo is clearly of a matua. The plant underneath is a vine, which is neither a longan nor a matua, and the fruits down there are maracuya. That's very confusing. And this is not a maracuya vine. Maracuya leaves are different. I saw one in the park just yesterday. So, one type of fruit, a different type of vine, a third name, and the fourth type of photo. Very strange. Maybe you can explain that to me. I would have thought that my first stop would have been at a restaurant where I stuffed myself with cooked food after 2.5 days without anything but fruits. But nope, I'm not really craving it. But I'm craving to know what this is. This is the big tuber of a jungle ant plant. Sometimes you find it in botanical gardens and collections in temperate areas. It seems that it's a type of medicine, sliced and dried. Ginger, you can never have enough ginger. Halia kampung. This is per ikat, per kg, per ikat. I wondered why the prices are so different, but this is the price of a bundle, while this is the price of a kilogram. Let's see what else we have. A couple different limes, bananas, lemons, Japanese/Chinese eggplants, a lot of veggies, dried fish. You might think, how can you have so many dried things in a rainforest climate? But the thing is, well, right now you could dry anything. But the thing is, even on a rainy day, you'll have a couple hours of strong sunlight. And the sunlight here is so strong that even within an hour or two, it can dry almost anything. Also, wait, while I was talking to Jose Montero, I smelled durian. I crave durian a lot more than I crave cooked food. Not in this part of the market. A lot of honey and hot chili sauce. And I guess the yellow stuff could be tempoyak. Coconuts and bananas, yeah. Not a single seasonal fruit. I couldn't find a single seasonal fruit around here. Let's hope I find at least the durian. Again, bananas, cucumber, bitter gourds. From time to time there is a citrus or a soursop. Those can be a little bit seasonal, but here is the durian. Okay. Hello lady, durian apa? Durian D8. D8.
Yes.
Berapa?
Yes,
1 kg 12.
yeah.
12 ringgit se kg.
Yeah.
Okay. Ini bagus, mazak? Okay. 1 biji silakan.
How besar?
Tinggal.
You want big?
I want enak.
Small?
I want tasty.
Okay, 1 kg.
1 kg, 12 ringgit, yeah? Okay, buka silakan. Hi folks, this is all the fruit. And on the Tamu or weekend market of Tenom town in Sabah, in Malaysian Borneo, I found this durian. It's not any kampung durian, it's a named durian. D8, right? D8. Nama D8. So in Malaysia, especially good durians are being selected to become durian clones and get a name. D for durian and then a number. This is D8, so this must be one of the oldest clones. One of the ones who were first selected to be one of the first who were ever selected to receive their own number. Good durian smell. Yeah, good durian taste. Thick flesh. Has a slight mint flavor.
Yeah?
It's nice, yes.
Like it? ringgit sis. Take another one.
Another one? I gonna buy another 5. The lady thinks I'm joking. We haven't had durian for over a week now, I think. Well, since the failed experiment when I bought half a shopping cart with 24 durians and they were all bad. So this D8, I'm not sure if I would say it's better than a very good kampung. It's about as good as a very good kampung. It has very thick flesh. Well, every named durian clone was a durian kampung or a village durian before. But yeah, it's good. I can recommend it. I usually prefer to buy kampung durians instead of named durians for the excitement and also for the cheaper price, but around here, yeah, this D8 is not bad. I can totally recommend it. So folks, this was the, nothing inside, the D8 durian on the little weekend market of Tenom town in Malaysian Borneo. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the little town of Tenom and the nice and fruit-rich state of Sabah in Borneo. And if you want to receive more such content, oh, what a pity, only three carpels had something. If you want to receive more such content, YouTube stopped recommending my videos, so it's not enough to just subscribe to my channel. If you want to be notified of my videos, you also need to press the little bell icon. Melinjo, kedondong, male papaya flowers, and carcadil, or the nice sour flavorful hibiscus flower. Oh, and dried papaya seeds and unripe papaya fruits. Everything but the ripe. Okay, she also has the ripe papaya fruits. Okay, everything but the papaya leaves, which are also being sold here as a vegetable. Smell the durian somewhere around here. It's not impossible that the smell has come from this lady's stall, but still it's a bit far. Different eggplants. If I find a lot of eggplants, I might buy all the varieties and have them for dinner. But no seasonal stuff. Also, Jose explained to me that this durian variety actually ripens after the durian season. That's why I can still find it. The dragon fruits are kind of seasonal, but here's some really bright orange jackfruit. Don't remember where exactly I walked around here already. Seems I've checked most of the market. Let's dump my goodies. Yes? Yeah?
Do you have the number for Maxim?
Oh, I have a bit of trouble with the Maxim drivers.
Yeah.
That's why usually the park staff drives me around.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, what fruits do you have right now on your farm so that I don't buy the same thing from here?
We've got citrus at the moment.
Citrus. Okay, citrus are good.
Passion fruit.
Citrus and passion fruit. Okay, so I don't buy citrus or passion fruit here. Thank you. Interesting that the locals don't seem to know that cassia fruits are edible. Here they have a lot of like lore and knowledge and culture from the Arabian world, which came with Islam. But the use of the cassia apparently didn't get established here. Otherwise, those roadside trees would be harvested and the fruits would be sold throughout the state. Here is the normal Tenom market, which is here every day. It's not as exciting as the Tamu. It's mostly for fruit. It's mostly for veggies and fish and other such stuff. There are usually a couple fruit vendors outside the market building, but I guess today not so much action, because the action is at the Tamu. Look at the size of those rich gourds and bottle gourds and bitter gourds, cucumbers. Somebody's been watering their stuff well. And see, the fruit vendors are usually outside the market. Papaya, water apple, pineapple, dragon fruit. Nah, most of the stuff is not really seasonal. Also here, fish and mussels vendors. I mean, Tenom is situated on a river, but I think most of those things come from the sea, which is actually, 50-60 kilometers away. And papayas, the saviors of every fruit lover outside of the fruit season. And no, I'm still not craving any cooked food. However, I have about 1 week left in Malaysia, and the Malaysian roti canai is considered one of the best breads in the world. Actually, the type I eat, roti telur, I wouldn't even consider it a bread. It's more like a banitz or burek. So I need to use the remaining time here. I ate 4 roti canai. Despite being quite full, I'm still craving durian. Crazy. This concrete fish is in the middle of a narrow parking lot. Nobody has even nicked it. In Bulgaria, decades ago, the first guy with a sledgehammer would have destroyed it. The good thing about Southeast Asia, I noticed this in almost every country, there are very few vandals. Stuff might fall apart faster because of the tropical climate, and sometimes also about the quality of the construction, but people don't go around and destroy their infrastructure. That's why they still have so much of it. Checking the market again and again. Sometimes something is hiding in plain sight. They're having a big pile of one fruit and next to it 2 or 3 specimens of a different fruit which looks similar. Or sometimes they're even too shy to sell something, and if they think it's not so good for sale, they'll just hide it somewhere near their luggage and you could find. Okay, the guy said that he has a lot of oranges in his garden, so a lot of citruses in his garden. Jose said that he has a lot of citruses in his garden, so we don't buy any from here. Oh, look at those Limau Purut hybrids. They might sell most of them as Limau Purut, but if you look at the leaves, this is not a normal Limau Purut, but a hybrid with a different species. Limau Purut loves to hybridize so much here. Since they don't have a lot of sweet citruses, I always appreciate the many varieties and hybrids of the sour ones. Finely sliced papaya for papaya salad, and here male papaya flowers again. For you, this market may look plentiful and very biodiverse. Oh, look at those cuties. I think they have poisonous spines. Might look very plentiful and biodiverse, but for me, it's a market outside the fruit season. So the most important part is actually missing. Dari mana buah ibu? Dari mana manggis?
Dari Tenom.
Kampung apa? Nama kampung?
Kamabong.
Ah, dari Kamabong. Dari mana? Dari Hulu?
Hulu Kamabong.
Hulu Kamabong. Rundum? Nah,
Bukan
Durian habisti roddu, baggis habisti roddu. Ah, that's the explanation. It's one of the hill villages at Kamabong. A couple times I stayed in Rundum, a village at 1200 meters above sea level, with a very cold climate, too cold for mangosteen and durian, but of course a couple hundred meters lower on the same road, all the stuff would still be in season. Look, she's the only one with seasonal fruit, durian, mangosteen, langsat, and avocado. That explains it. It's a mountain village. Of course, in the cold mountains, everything will ripen slower. I have learned nothing from my past mistakes. I just bought this whole basket full of durian for 60 ringgit. Now I found out why they are so cheap. This is the good quality. What she's selling me is the durian tempoyak, right? Hi folks, this is all the fruit. And welcome to my next durian overkill. Why? Because it's durian. When I did the last one with 24 bad durians, somebody said something about my... no, this is the thing. This is not somebody peeing in the background. Somebody said something about my narcissistic tendencies and stuff. Well, I don't care about narcissistic tendencies, but I care about durian. And I'm not going to gobble this stuff down very quickly for several reasons. Firstly, my Asia travels are coming slowly to an end. I have to leave this wonderful place soon. Oh, those things are... well, duri means spine, so those things are vicious. So yeah, firstly, I have to leave Asia and those beautiful fruities very soon. Secondly, yes, because I have to leave them very soon, I want to enjoy them. Also, this is no simple durian. This is a named variety, D8, a durian which ripens after the normal durian season. That's how I got it. And so I want to cherish it and honor it by enjoying it properly. Oh, hi doggy. This one is following me. Well, in the evening, I'm staying at Jose Moreiro's homestay. Look what nice things he has behind the house. Elimau purut. This is the lime with the incredibly flavorful leaves. You can see the petiole is very white. Those are the ones the Thai people and also the Malayu people use as a spice. Funny, I cannot smell it anymore. And now I can. Here is the typical limau purut shape. Oh, and there are weaver birds living in this tree. And for some funny reason, while most of the fruits are quite bumpy, here there is some which is not so bumpy. I always assumed those come from hybrid trees, but now I can see that they are growing on trees which are with fruits which are just somehow bumpy and fruits which are extremely bumpy. Very interesting. Also here the neighbors are growing some pineapple, papayas and manioc. Are the pineapples ripe? No, they are still too red. And why is this thing not focusing? Oh, and the street doggy. Be careful. If you attack me, I'll send my big golden retriever friend on you. He prefers to attack the food lying around, the food that's not fighting back and that doesn't have big shaggy dog friends. Good, good. More pineapples here. Feral passion flower. And there are even a couple ripe fruits here. So tasty. Now I'm spitting out the thick rind, which is not edible. Also some mangoes here. Those don't look like Mangifera indica. Leaves are a bit big. Oh, and look what we have here. Carcadil, or the hibiscus which goes in the hibiscus tea. Looks very different from the ornamental ones. Well, it's just as beautiful as the ornamental ones, but it's more useful. Also, lots of other stuff here. Guavas, more pineapples, chickens. If you think those chickens look slim and fit, that's what chickens in the West used to look like a couple decades ago. Nowadays, chickens are almost more fat than the Americans. Well, makes sense. Americans eat the chickens. A water apple hanging full of fruits outside the fruit season. That's a great thing, but it seems nobody is harvesting them. And here one of those fruits that amaze me so much, the pomegranate. Originating from the East Mediterranean and Middle East, it grows here not just in the tropics but in an equatorial lowland rainforest area, but it can also grow in, well, with a lot of care in warmer parts of places like Russia and Canada. And here on this playground is Jose's nursery. Somehow, yeah, he got the city to allow him to put his plants on the playground, so the playground is nicer and he can expand his nursery. And I'm gonna do a longer video on this nursery soon. I'm filming and foraging through Jose Montero's nursery.
Put it inside, yeah, then I'll clean it nicely and put it in the fridge.
I just made the video about the Thai golden dwarf papaya. Very tasty fruit, and he's selling the young trees of this incredibly beautiful variety. He has so many rare things he's selling. Yeah, I always thought you need such people in order to introduce new fruit trees. He is also introducing new ornamental stuff and other rare plants here to Borneo to diversify their gardens a bit.
I have durians like the creme de la creme.
Oh, well, tomorrow we are going to the kebun or to the farm or to the big garden outside of town. And yeah, he says the nursery is basically, well, when it comes to fruit trees, it's nothing compared to the farm. The nursery is mostly for the small ornamental plants. And the nursery, did I mention that the nursery is on a playground, which he revitalized after the city basically abandoned it. And now the neighborhood has a nice playground and he has a nice nursery, and the neighborhood has all those nice flowers and other nice plants on the playground. Before it gets absolutely dark, I want to collect a couple passion fruits from his garden. He says that's his favorite fruit, and I guess because of that he has so many vines that he just doesn't manage to collect all of them. Well, the more fruits for me. Turns out he has not overlooked too many nice good edible fruits, but he said tomorrow at the farm there are gonna be a lot more. Waiting for the rice lentil dinner with rare spices, but I also have still a pile of durians and a couple passion fruits, and of course still a huge collection of different watermelons. Oh, and the mangosteens, and I'm sure I have some other things here and there. How am I gonna cope with all of this? Don't you pity me? And finishing the day with a great Ceylonese samba of lentils, eggplants and potatoes with southern Indian/Ceylonese spices, homegrown rice, bean sprouts in tofu with peanut sauce, and an omelette with red onions and I guess it's parsley. Parsley, which is so rare to find here in Borneo. I guess no more durian for me tonight.